Still possible I catch one. Yep, there's one. How big are you, my friend? Gosh! Holy cow! Holy cow! Holy cow! I am bobbing. I am bobbing. Get in here. Get in here. Yes! I guess the wind was blowing some fish into this area. Well, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Uncut Bass Fishing YouTube channel. My name is Tyler. I'm the host of this channel, and my goal is just the same as my other channel called Tyler's Real Fishing, and I want to help you guys become better bass anglers, but also having a dang good time doing it. Now, as you can see from that drone shot, the body of water I'm fishing today, I wouldn't call it a lake, but I also wouldn't call it a pond, somewhere in between. It is a beautiful property here in Alabama that has some of the biggest bass I've ever caught out of a pond. The first time I ever fished here, I caught almost a 10-pounder, and the second time yesterday, I caught one that was over 6 pounds. So needless to say, this place has some giants, and that's actually all I'm targeting today with big baits. I've only got 3 rods for today. I've got a full-size Strike King Hybrid Hunter crankbait. I hardly ever throw the full size, but it does get bit by big ones. I've got a 5-inch line through Swimbait, my favorite one. That's gonna be kind of used as a general search bait, but also pitching on some beds if I see them. And then what I think I may catch a dang 10-pounder on is a Piz Swimbaits glide bait. This here is actually kind of more of a tournament style glide. It is a 7-inch glide bait. Still really expensive. Don't want to lose it. But before we get to the fishing, today's episode is brought to you, as they all are, by my merch brand called Infinite Outdoors. I've got the stitched hat right here, and I'm wearing the AFCO Yuri sun shirt. My goal behind Infinite Outdoors is that the name would have 2 distinct meanings. First of all being, as outdoorsmen, there are infinite, NFNT, possibilities of making memories, having fun in the outdoors. And as a man of faith, I believe and I put my trust in a God who loves us so infinitely that he would send his only son to die on the cross for our sins so that we can come to know him and have a relationship with him. So no pressure at all to support, but I will have the link down in the video description as well as pinned to the top of the comment section if you want to check out some merch. But you know what? Enough yapping. Let's get down to this awesome pond where I don't expect to get many bites, but the ones that I do today should be grande. Now, most of this pond is accessible via the 4x4 or by the bank, but this side over here I'm not sure is. I don't think they mowed this side at all. It doesn't really look drivable. So I'm gonna fish down this bank, this direction here, pretty much until I can't, and then I'm gonna walk back and start fishing my favorite direction, counterclockwise, going that way. Now, I feel like I just saw some fish shoot out from this general area. Looks like a little soft bottom pocket. It's got some sand, got some little bit of grass. And the conditions we're gonna go over here. It is spawn time of the year. Probably the first wave of fish here in Alabama moving up to spawn. By the time this video drops, it'll for sure be post-spawn for those of us who live in the South, just because of how many videos I have stacked up. Although, you know what, it's possible there's some fish left on beds if this video drops in May at some point. But again, I'm going big or going home. I don't really feel like dragging around a worm. It's also very windy. We're not feeling it over here on this side. And it's honestly, I'm excited about fishing this side because the wind's been blowing the same direction for several days now. And so hopefully the fish on this side have been relatively undisturbed by wind as compared to that whole side over there. Usually wind is your friend, not in the spawn time. Those fish want to get out of the wind. But I'm gonna throw the 5-inch line through here in the shallower sections over the sandy areas, and then off of the drop, especially if I have a steeper bank, that's where I'm throwing the glide bait and the Hybrid Hunter. I really think I could catch a giant on the Hybrid Hunter today. It's kind of the vibe that I get with the wind. Water clarity looks to be pretty clear. 2 foot, 3 foot visibility. The sun pops out, I'm sure it's even better. But my goal today is just to try to figure out what depth zone fish are sitting in. I don't expect it to be bang, bang, bang. It'll be bang, pause for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Bang, another 30-minute pause. Because I don't think these fish are grouped up at all. I think they're gonna be on a bed, and they're gonna be kind of spread out. So I wanna cover water, but I also wanna go slow enough to get a big spawning fish that obviously is not gonna move far to eat my lure, to get him to eat. And I did see some stuff spook out of this area, but I think they were small males. So let me grab my rods and keep going. I'll say it out of the jump today. This is not your average pond. This property is not your average property. I mean, when the property owner asks you to drive the 4x4 around instead of your truck to preserve, you know, the niceness of the property, then you know you're at some place where they dump some money into it, which is fun. Never gonna hear me complain about fishing a place like this. Yeah, there's one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That guy was shallow. And my friend, you are not that big. You're not that small either, but you are not that big. Heck of a good time though. Trying to do better with soft baits. In my main channel, I have a series called Scaled Up. Gosh, look at the quality of that fish. Holy cow. A series called Scaled Up, where I fish new swim baits every single month. And I had trouble with the hookup ratio on one of my soft baits. And y'all told me that you really just gotta, like, it's almost like you're fishing a spinnerbait. You just gotta kind of continue to reel and lean into them. You don't really have to give them the business, which is hard for me because I like giving them the business. Especially on this rod. I'm really, really comfortable with this rod. It is a 7.5 medium heavy fast. And it just feels so good. This is the Mark Rose signature. It says Carolina rig, but honestly, I use this thing for so many techniques besides the Carolina rig. As always, my tackle will be linked down below. The two main lures I'm throwing will be linked down below, but good luck finding the glide bait I'm throwing today. I don't think you're gonna be able to. He doesn't really sell them on his website. It's kind of more of a drop sort of thing at in-person events. At least I think so. But I think I'll be able to catch a giant on it because I know they have gizzard shad in this lake. But that fish bit pretty dang shallow. I mean, he was on a sandy area, which would make sense. And man, I'm really hoping this is not poison something. I don't think it's poison ivy, but I probably should have worn gym shoes and not flip-flops to walk the bank of a pond. I just thought it might be a little muddy. I don't want to get my gym shoes muddy, but no, it's dry as bone. It's not muddy. What was I doing? I don't know if he owns access to the entirety of this pond. I think he does. Pretty sure. It's just there's another house with a dock over here. I don't know if that's his. I mean, as long as I don't see a fence line going across the water, your boy is fishing. But again, this whole area here is not manicured, so I feel like he probably doesn't want me driving the 4x4 over this section. So I'll be respectful of that. But the reason, again, I'm hitting this side first is because it has been relatively calm. The wind has not been hitting this area. Goodbye, yesterday. Hope y'all have been enjoying one uncut video a week. Not gonna lie, it's not easy getting that many uncuts to y'all. I've really got to be efficient with my time of when I go film places and how long I'm shooting something before I give up and move to something else. I've got about 15 videos I'm working on at one time for the channels, so it's a lot of work, but I love it. I love this as my job. Oof. Gosh, I hope my glide just gets absolutely stopped. I gotta relearn how this glide. Yeah. Nice. How this glide looks. And this rod is a little bit short, in my opinion, for the glide that I'm throwing. It's like a 3-ounce glide. This is 7.4 heavy. Oh, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get one that just absolutely clobbers it right at my feet. That's gonna be fun. I hope so, at least. I hope so. Hope I get clobbered. And a rattlesnake doesn't nip my legs. Okay. I think I may throw the hybrid hunter a little bit around this area, but I really want to find some windier stretches. I'd rather just fish the swim baits around the shallow stuff. I'm not going to make super long casts out there to the middle with the glide. I think most of the big ones are going to be just off the drop, right, out there. So no reason to just bomb a cast. Oh, but I want to get donked, please. Please, big bass. Give me a donk. Give me a donkey. Donkey. I'm glad to start the uncut out with a fish, though. Sometimes you start an uncut and you get talking about conditions, and then you rig up baits, and then you don't figure them out for 30 minutes, if not more. I'm glad that we started the episode with a fish. I'd love to find one on a bed. I just don't know. Gosh, oh my gosh, holy cow. Big one on the glide. Big one on the glide. Come on, get over here. Yes, sir. Not as big as I thought, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Yes, sir, just reeled into him. Get in here. Man, you're skinny. You are skinny mini. How do I grab him when he's got... There we go. 2 hooks in the bottom lip. Let me pause the video for a second, y'all. I gotta get a video for Piz. Definitely should have brought my pliers. That was very dumb of me. Oh, hello, what in the world is that? A dang 4-pound bass, maybe bigger. Was literally chilling right by the... Was he like looking up at me the whole time? Maybe this fish here was part of a group, and that one has literally been chilling by my feet for the last minute. Dang. All I know, though, is that if I catch a 10 and he's thrashing around, nice 4-pounder, heck yeah. On the shad little, we may have ourselves a problem. But, I mean, if it's that big and it's that stuck, I'll walk back to the 4x4 and get my pliers. I will risk it for the biscuit right now. Man, that was fun. What a way to start. 5-inch line through bite, glide. Oh my gosh, we're just gonna have so much fun today. Y'all ain't even got a clue. Oh no, no, shoot. I mean, Swimbait folks, did I swing too hard on that? I think I did. I think I swung too hard, but he just knocked the absolute tar out of it. God, how do you not swing hard? Holy cow. Yeah, I'm catching a 10-pounder today. I'm catching a 10-pounder today. That's what I'm feeling. If they're this shallow, this aggressive on the glide, dang. That was crazy. Pretty sure that was just the 4-pounder that I saw cruising by my feet a second ago. Could have been different fish, but oh gosh, man, it's a different bite than anything else. The glide bite. That was sick. That was sick. All right, one more cast here. I definitely have better control if I go this way. So I think I'm gonna make a long walk as far as I can and then work back this direction. That was my plan the whole time, but I started fishing. I just definitely like my my hook set this direction better in fighting that fish. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get these rods. I'm gonna make a long walk without pliers, which is, well, you know what, folks? No. If I say something is dumb 4 times, it's probably dumb. Ooh, and also, my treble's bent out. Okay. Well, we're gonna make one cut here, folks. Back to the 4x4 to fix my treble hook, and then back to my lures after I've made a long walk. Okay, due to the forest, this is the farthest I can go on this side. It looks like, though, I can even take the 4x4 all the way over to that side of the creek. And I put a brand new treble hook on the back, an actual triple grip. I don't think I even had a triple grip on the back of this the last time I threw it, and it bent out. Casting this near a laydown log is not smart. Twitch, 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 twitch. Just feels like a good way to draw one out. If he's there from the log, would be a glide. It's also a really good way to lose a fish, or lose a glide. Although I think I'd be going in, seeing how shallow it is. I'd be going in for this glide. If I got snagged over here. And I'm in an area now that's like, it's been out of the wind for a while, which is good. Unless the wind blew from the other direction days ago that I'm not aware of, but every day that I've been in town, the wind's blowing the same direction, so I think this will be a good place to catch a big one. It's not cruising, a big one that's probably on a bed. It's the shallowest area as well. I mean, this whole pocket in front of the camera here is nothing but shallow mud and sand. So hopefully it's spawning habitat enough. I guess I'm not exactly sure what they spawn on out here. I would have to guess it's this kind of stuff though. All right, we go swim bait by the tree, a lot closer to the tree. That was not a close cast to the tree. I can let this one get to the bottom. Cannot let the glide get to the bottom. That'd be dumb. I think I'm gonna catch some giants today. That's my thought, baby. That's my thought. Oh, not a good cast. It'll work though. I really do wish I was wearing my on clouds, not sponsored. A lot of the stuff that I'm walking across is very pokey, very viney, very poison looking. So I'm just not going to touch my face. And if I get poison ivy or poison sumac or whatever on my legs, then so be it. But I refuse to get it on my face. I say that as I wipe my face with my sleeve. Man, what a gorgeous property. Come on, give me a donk. Give me a donk. Donk da donk donk donk. I also think what's the over under on giant catfish today? I think I'm gonna land one giant catfish and then I don't know, I might hook another 2. As I hooked 2 giants yesterday, 3 giants? 3 giants yesterday on it, I think. Hooked 3 giganzor catfish. Because this lake's got a few of them. That's for sure. All right, my buff is going on. Apologize for the muffled audio when I have this thing on. It's just necessary because it's hot and I don't want to get skin cancer. Probably gonna get it anyways. All right, baby. Come on with it. Maybe they're gonna be more in the wind. I mean, if they're total pre-spawn, it's probably a better location, but I for sure won't be able to fish all of this in the Uncut. Because you can only swimbait fish so fast. You don't want to cover water all that fast. So with how big this pond is, and there's like 4 fingers beyond what y'all can see. I mean, on the drone shot, y'all saw it. So, don't think I'm gonna be able to fish it all. Especially in the time I have left. I started this video at 3 o'clock. But you know, the sun goes down later, so maybe. It's funny how I used to think a swimbait of this size was big. And now I don't, because it's not. A 5-inch swimbait is not that big. Especially weight-wise compared to the Glide. It's just, it casts so easy. I'm gonna walk over here. Make some super shallow casts. Now, hold up, what's that? Is that a log? That's a log. Let me get my weedless. Weedless is a soft term here. Has a top hook, but it's pretty weedless. Not completely. Man, I don't know if they're gonna be in this really, really shallow stuff. Guess that remains to be seen, huh? I also brought my scissors with me in case I need to retie. And I brought a scale, because that would have been dumb if I caught a 10 plus and didn't have a scale on me, right? That was a hypothetical question, yes. Or rhetorical, that was a rhetorical question. Yes, it would be dumb to not have a scale. It's just real shallow back here in this pocket. So unless one's on a bed, don't think it's a high percentage place to catch a giant right now. As they should be spawning, but for some reason I'm not seeing a whole lot of them doing their thing. Like there's enough 2-pounders in here that I would, as males, that I would see males that have made beds real shallow. Like there's a male on a bed, but no female around that I can see at least. Yeah. Yeah. Like there should be one in this little corner, and I don't see none. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm gonna have itchy feet later. Even if nothing's poison, I'm gonna have itchy feet. Just from all the plants. It's basically a 3 cast spot right here. Oh, eat it, eat it. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was crazy. There was a school of fish around this wood. I'm gonna burn it over the top of it. That's the problem, is that it's so shallow. And I need to keep my rod tip high. Wow. There he is. Yes, sir. A school of shallow ones. What a thick fish. Holy cow. Look at that. Those have got to be like tiger bass or something. Gosh. Just look at the genetics on that thing. A regular bass does not have that kind of a build. Wow. Thank you, buddy. All right, so there are a few shallow. You just got to find the structure, and there's just not much wood for them around here. Just a few pieces. So that was there were multiple fish there. That was not one fish that chased me 3 times. I saw a bunch of boils. Oh, those fish would smoke a frog right now. Goodness. Wish I had a frog. But even though there's more fish there, it seems like I've kind of spooked them off. Man, if I can hook an 8-pound frame with that kind of a body shape, it's going to be 11 pounds. I think I had one chase me just now. I think so. All right, it's not worth it making a risky cast over that log, but hey, I got one. I got one so far. All right. Old rusty pipes. That's what they called me in high school, rusty pipes. I'm walking past all this because I can't even get to the water through these thorn bushes here. Oh man, my toes feel itchy. The tops of my toes don't feel good. Anything on this point over here? It looks rocky, but I still don't see any beds. That's shocking. Shocking. Surprising. All right. Still shallow water, but a lot windier. See if any are out here. It looks really shallow up there, but just want to make one cast. Yeah. Nada. Not a fish. I'm going a little too fast, I feel. Going a little too fast. Now that I saw those 2-pounders schooling after my bait, I want to go super fast, but that's not going to be the way to get it done, I feel. All right. Soft swim bait away. Oh, bluegill being chased by something. Let's go glider. Let's go sugar glider. Goodness, windy. I'm letting it fall for about 4 seconds before I begin my slow chop and reel. Chop, 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 glide. Oh, this wind is nice. That's what you need for a clear water glide, is some wind. Come on now. And that's not sarcasm, by the way. That's real. Keep your line low so the wind cannot affect it and add any bow to it. All right. Keeping it moving. Keeping it moving. Hey. Hey. See, I'm back on my ba ba da ba da ba. Oh, a bass just spooked out from this little sandy spot here. So obviously there is a bed. I'm gonna make a cast with the hybrid hunter. Just see if I snag too much junk. I don't know. I can keep it pretty high out, honestly. Wish there was hydrilla to rip this thing out of, but there's not. It's just sand bottom. It's not grass. There's some snot grass. Oh man, must be shallower out there than I think it is, because I got snot from the rip on that one. Yeah. Hybrid hunters, I mean, it may never come into play today. I just want it to, because I want to get knocked on it. Big ol' one knocker beads inside. Which if there's more than one bead, can it still be a one knocker? Like, or is one knocker just one bead? Genuine question. I don't know if you can have multiple one knockers. All right. Gosh, that looks good. That looks so good in the water. Just confused where the beds are. Where are they, huh? Where are you? Ouch, ouch, something just poked me. Poked me pretty good. Got a little spawning pocket right here that a male shot out of when I just walked up. So maybe there's some females sitting on the outside. Want to eat a glide? Maybe. Sorry, I'm silent a decent amount of the time. Really focusing on trying to feel my glide bite, my glider. As Carl Jacobson says, today we had a sick glider bite. You'd never believe the fish that bit the glider. 10 pounders. We caught 3 10-pounders. It was mental. I don't know if it was mental. Mental's not an Australian word. All right. Not a single big fish in this whole pocket over here, at least a bit. So I wonder if that is, hey horses, if that is a area thing, or just I happened to get on this point over here, you know, half an hour ago when the school was up there. Not sure. But now we're here. Similar location to where we caught those fish, about 30 yards down the bank. Gosh, there's one on the glide. Is it a catfish though? Is it a cat? It's a cat. Son of a gun. A cat on the glide. Yuck. Yuck. See, I'm also glad I brought the scissors. Get in here. Pliers to get the hook out of your head without bending the hook. Ideally, there we go. Let's see, do I have to retie or can I just slide all the slime off? I think I can just slide all the slime off. Yeah, enjoy yourself down there, buddy. That's what you get for biting. Big catfish eating the glide. Big old catfish. All right, I'll get you in the water, buddy. I'll get you back in. I'm sure you'd taste delicious, though. I'm sure you would taste delicious. How do I get him? Right there. Yep. Bye. Skaloosh. Okay. So the over-under was, I would land one. And now that I've already landed one, I have a feeling it's going to be more than one. Glide catfish, huh? That was fun. The bite was exhilarating, but the fight was not. Because he just did circles. When you hook a big catfish, you pretty well know it right away. Not a whole lot of mystery to how they fight. All right. Dang it, as I set these rods down, I need to watch what I'm doing with the reels because this reel got caught on this bait. Great. Great. There we go. It needs to go there. Perfect. All right. Keep it moving, fellas. And ladies. Odds are there's a few ladies watching. Haven't forgotten about y'all. All the fisher ladies out there. Shout out to you. Especially the fisher ladies actually fishing, not just wearing bras on the boat. The actual ones tying up a lure, figuring out a pattern. Shout out, y'all. Do 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 do. Come on. Come on, big fish. Come 10-pounder. Come 10-pounder. Wonder if I am casting too shallow. Like if there are some big ones a little further off the edge than I'm even fishing. It's possible. Now, would I catch more fish today if I threw a thunder cricket and cast a wacky worm around? Yes, I would. But that's not what we're after today, folks. This is uncut swim bait fishing at a place that has enough big ones to make this worth it. hybrid. Time to hunt. Do your job. Oh, I see a crankbait. Hold up, folks. I found a Fritzside. I found a Berkeley Fritzside 7 right here. In the water. Wow. Would you look at that? Oh, a crawfish colored Fritzside 7. I'm gonna leave that in the boat in case someone wants to use it later. I missed, and I don't know where it went. And now I don't want someone to step on it. Darn it. I threw the crankbait and it landed short. It couldn't have gone, where'd it go? I threw it right here. Dang. I think it landed underneath the boat. Oh well. Oh, there it is. All right. Free crankbait. Although somebody lost it who probably fishes here, so they're just gonna get it back. So it's more like a mail-in rebate crankbait. Not quite free. You paid for it. You paid for it. Dearly with your life. Okay. Nothing wants the hunter. I probably need to save this for where it's really windy. It's pretty calm right here. Glider. A stinking glider. Skaploosh. Let it sink a little more. Try to keep it low in the water column, but I don't think it has to be all that close to the bottom out there. This bait's got some crazy drawing power, so it should draw fish in from a ways away. Oh, gosh, ouch. How'd that happen? How did that happen? There you go. Yeah, I'm thinking what happened was a school of fish all swam by. Was already in the area, and I caught one on the line through, and then one on the glide, and lost another one on the glide. So I need to just cover water. Honestly, going pretty fast, making only 2 or 3 casts per area I fish. Probably not a bad strategy. Because dude, it's got drawing power. If a fish is close to this thing, he's probably gonna come find it, check it out. I think I just saw one right there. I might be seeing things though. Yeah, I think I'm seeing things. Think I'm seeing things. Oh man, my toes are itchy. Dang it. Oh, I shouldn't have worn flip-flops. What am I doing? What am I doing, Tyler? Gosh. This pocket's got to be shallower. Make a long cast over it. Just got to imagine what your bait's doing as you're reeling it. It's honestly a very imaginative sort of fishing. Once you see and memorize how your bait reacts to certain retrieves, you don't have to actually watch it to know what it's doing down there to a certain extent. I mean, like maybe you'll never get it as perfect of a retrieve as if you were to watch it with your eyes, but I pretty much know what this bait does when I slow reel it, when I twitch it, when I pop it. And so if I make a long cast, I can kind of imagine what it's doing as I'm fishing it. Obviously, sight gliding is a fun way to catch them if it's shallow enough and clear enough. All right. Uh-oh. Dang. My toes are itchy. Ah! Darn it. What bad news, huh? Bad news bears that I did that. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm not vibing much with these shallow areas. I think I need to find banks that are a little steeper that the fish are cruising around on. I just don't think they're really that much on bed yet. It's a bummer. Wish they were. If they were, there'd be some way back here in the shallows that I'd be actually seeing. Oh. Well, this is probably the last of the bad bank for a while, because now we are to manicured grass again. Heck yeah, brother. Manicured grass and big bass. That's what I always say. That's what I always say. Living that private pond life sometimes when I travel, man. You gotta fish the best places. It is all about that manicured grass, big bass. Come on, it's been too long since I had a bite. Just a 2-pounder, catfish, something smoked me. Yeah, this rod's not long enough. This reel's fine. Super Duty 300. It's a good glide reel, but oh no, no. Oh, oh, big oof. Please, no. Please, no. No, 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 no. Oh, gracious. Oh, come on now. This bait is $300 retail. Oh, come on. Ugh. I'm about to have a stroke. Oh, it's on wood too. It's on a dang stump. I didn't know there were stumps out there. Oh, crap. And I think it's just a little too deep out there to go get. I wonder if I pull on it, which direction is best to pull on it from. Oh man. So I would gladly bend out the hook, gladly, to get this bait back. Oh man. Junk. Junk, junk, junk. Maybe it's not that, it just doesn't look that shallow at all. I'm gonna go waist deep if I go. Ah. Junk. I think I should go to the dock and pull. Oh man. My shad little. No. Oh, title. Did I just lose a $600 bait? Question mark, yes, I did. Oh, come on now. All right, let's hope the hooks bend. Oh, please. No! Oh, darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Ah, and all I have is my pawn bag with me. And I think I have one more glide in there. Dang it. Ah. That's not fun. That's not fun. Now, luckily, I know the guy who makes those baits, so he can probably get me another one, but that stinks. That really stinks. I don't even like the other glide that much that I have in my bag. Right near the beginning. I mean, it's not the beginning of the episode, but if their water level ever goes down, I'm gonna tell the property owner that there's a gold mine of a lure about 40 yards, 40 feet due east of the dock. Dang it. Like the other glide I have is a chop glide, and it's not big, it's a 5-inch. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. And you're probably like, man, you seem awful okay about losing a multi-$100 bait. Well, I didn't pay for it, so my money's not in it, but I do respect the guy who makes the baits, and that he gives me a few every once in a while to test out. And that one was working for me today, so I am still upset. Darn it. I'm upset because that was probably a 10-pound catching lure for me today. And I'm not gonna have a chance to throw in a bait like that. My boat's got more glides in it, but my boat's not with me. It's at the house, so big bummer. Dang it, dang it. I just didn't think I'd get snagged. I know that's naive thinking, but I'm thinking, you know what, I'm gliding it in the top of the water column. No way I get snagged on anything besides maybe a dock cable. And whammy, what do you know? Okay, well, we're close to my pond bag. I've got another 6-inch swim bait I could put on there. It's just not the one I want to put on there. Poopies, poopy farts. That was weird. Huh. I'm going to use the dock here to parallel cast this bank, because why not? See, now I'm nervous about getting stumps. Now I'm wondering how many stumps are out there. How many stumps are out there? Just my luck, I catch the stump on an irreplaceable bait, at least as far as today is concerned. There we go. That's one on the soft swim bait. I just cast in there with the crankbait, and this fish did not want it. You are not big, my friend. You're fat. Obviously, you are a part of that recent year class that's just thick as a brick. But where's your sister? No, wait, sister, same year class. Where's your great grandmother? I need 3 generations above. That's what I need, please. And I just don't have the confidence I can catch a giant on this bait. I know I can, but that glide, I was vibing, I was gliding. Man. More upset because of the content I think I could have gotten, the fish I could have caught, than just about the price and the exclusivity of the bait, because it was working. People ask me all the time, Tyler, what's your favorite lure? My answer is the one that's working, the one that's catching me fish, making the video happen. That's my favorite lure. Now, if we're being honest, favorite lure is a topwater walking bait, but that's if you want to hear an actual answer, that's what it is. It's been phases where it's the hybrid hunter and this swim bait that I'm throwing here, but man, if I could throw a walking bait right now and have it be a high percentage lure, which is not right now. If they're not even on beds, water's still cold enough, then it's not going to be good for a walking bait. I do have a 6-inch version of this bait in white that I'll be putting on my other rod, because I just don't think the 5-inch glide that I have in my tackle bag is really like, I don't know, I don't think it's any better than a 6-inch line through as far as getting a big fish to eat today. That 7-inch or 8-inch glide, whatever that was, heavy, big, wide glide, that was a different type of drawing power. But I caught an almost 10-pounder on this pond over at that dock over there the first time I fished it on a spinnerbait. So you can catch it on whatever. Don't think it matters a whole heck of a lot. I just had confidence. All right, I'm done talking about it. It happened. It's over. It's over and done. Windy. The Windy City, Chicago. That's what today is. especially in the wind. The only other glide I have is not a good one. Oh, goodness, that's a big one. That's a nice one. Gosh. Yes, sir. Get in here. Yes. 5-pounder. Yeah. Maybe not a 5, but no. 4-pounder. You know what? I want to know what this weighs. That was a donk. I felt like I gave it a good amount of time and then set the hook. Oh yeah, baby. Let's get an Instagram story too. I could be big eyeing them. I've been known to do that over the last few months on the channel. I'm gonna go with 3.75. I know they're thick here, but yeah, 3.31. All right, I got excited. Not quite a 4, but a fun bite. My goodness, a dang fun bite. Oh, hello. Different, I mean, same fish, I think. Oh, I love giving them the business. It's my favorite thing. Matter of fact, it's my favorite. Yeah, my favorite lure is whatever I can give the business on. Which we've got T-shirts on infiniteoutdoors.com. They don't say infinite on them. That's more of a Tyler's Real Fishing shirt, but I just didn't have a website to sell it on. And that's the Give 'em the Business T-shirt. Short sleeve, comfort color, very comfortable shirt. And it says my slogan on the back, give them the business. Because that is crucial to do. If you're not living life by giving them the business, what are you doing? All right, getting a little bit of confidence in this catching a big one. Gosh, I figure when he jumped it was a 6-pounder, and then I weigh it's 3.3. Wow. I stink. My eye scale is way off. Last year, I feel like it was on. I was always guessing the right weight on these fish, but not this year. That's for sure. Come on. Give me a 6, 8, 10-pound donk. Give me a donk. Give me a donkey. Listen here, donkey. Okay, Shrek. Catch me a big one, donkey. Catch me a big one, donkey. Oh, someone's shooting a gun. We are in Alabama. It's a constant thing out here. The pew-pew. Every time I cast a paddle tail swimbait by a dock, I think about that photo, that legendary photo of like a 14-pounder, maybe bigger than that, chasing down a gizzard shad, not a gizzard, a rainbow trout under a dock. I think it's in California somewhere. And the thing is just fat as can be, fat as possible fish. And you know that rainbow trout was gonzo. Oh no! Wow. And I get stuck on this swim bait too. Goodness. Am I on the cable? There must be a cable down there. Wow. Come on, brother. That's really unfortunate. Ah. I should probably, you know what, I'm gonna bring this with me. I'm gonna fish the hybrid hunter as I go down this bank and by this dock, and then I'm gonna try to pop it free once I get on the dock. Okay, That's not the deal. The hybrid hunter is not the deal. Still gonna make a few casts with it every once in a while, but I don't think it's gonna be the juice today. I just don't. The vibe I get. All right, I think I only have one glide, folks. Yep, I've got a 5-inch stinking whatever this is. I guess I'll throw it. It's just not what I had in mind. Not my ideal glide to throw in this pond today. Why can't I zip this? What's it caught on? It's caught on something. There we go. It's just too small. I do have a bluegill crank down in my truck. It's honestly probably perfect for this. It's just not ready to be used yet because it's in my scaled up series. And in the video, I haven't gotten to that part yet. And so I don't want to like fish it, you know, without being in the series, because I just filmed part 1 of that video at this pond, so I can't do part 2 here as well. And so, ooh, hold up, there's a fray. That's bad. That's bad. And so if I go back to the truck and snag it, then lose it, then I'm donezo. They'd have to ship me another one, which I'm sure they would. I just can't really risk that. I want to be conscious of the guys at swimbaits.com, not just be reckless with what they send me. All right. I think I just had a bad Palomar. We'll see. What am I doing wrong here? Dang it. I was tying a bad Palomar. When in doubt, just retie your junk. Although maybe the fish would, ooh, also, I'm glad I did. There was more frayed line. Dang. Maybe the fish want a chop glide, and this is actually a blessing in disguise. You ever consider that? Oh my gosh, I can't tie this. I am a mess today. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna let go of the tag end this time. There we go. Yep, I wish I had a different Biggs, not the Biggs Minnow. But oh well, it'll do. I'm gonna throw the minnow, and I'm gonna throw the other bait as long as I can get it off the dock here. All right. I'm gonna run, I ain't got time to waste. This angle here. All right. Let's see what we got. Dang, there's more stumps down there than I thought. That is not a cable. That is hard as a rock. Okay, well. The bummer about the line through when you get it stuck is that it's probably lined through by now. Oh yeah, that ain't coming off. Nope. Gosh, that line is so strong. Ooh, yeah. All right. Pop goes the weasel. I guess we'll retie a 6-inch. Bass Mafia one. Shoot! What are we doing, Tyler? What are we doing? Not on a bag. That's what's going on. I'm on a snag, not a bag. Get bagged, not snagged. That's what I say. I've got 20-pound line on here, but it feels like, if at least how strong that was much stronger than most 20s. Okay. There we go. 6-inch white. Maybe that was meant to be, huh? Ooh, I've also got a guide missing an insert. Kind of risky. Didn't notice that. I don't know if that happened just now because of the line popping, or if that's been that way for a while. But it's not on the top guide, so I'm not super concerned about it. Okay. Let's hope I can feed it through. The 6 inches can be tough sometimes to get the line to go through. There we go. It's a lucky grab there. Wow. All right. We're just tying on new stuff left and right, aren't we? Sick. Sick, 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 sick. Let's go ahead and move the side by side just a little bit. My problem is every time I need to sit in the side by side, I need to take everything out of my pockets. There we go. Broom. Okay. Got him. And since I'm not straying far from the Ranger now, I'll leave the scale here. All right. Let's see how I'm feeling about the new glide. It's more of a chop glide. Gosh, need to loosen up or tighten up my, well, actually, I don't want a super tight spool tension. I feel like I need a tighter spool tension. I shouldn't be getting loose knots that easy. Gosh. Okay, well, there's a confidence boost. Goodness. All right. 3-pounder came and nabbed the Biggs minnow, second cast. Okay, all right. So maybe they want a chop glide. That'd be nice. Chop glides are more fun to do. Ouch. Good genetics, my friend. Good build to ya. All right. Not gonna hear me complain about that ever. Ever, ever, ever. I'm just testing it out. Seeing if my spool tension is right and stuff. Goodness. See, is that fish on a bed, or was he just cruising? Because I've fished a lot of shallow, sandy banks. What makes this area different? Chop, 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 chop. Oh man, I want a 10-pounder to swallow this thing. Swallow. To swallow this thing. Yeah, and this wind, honestly, if they can see it, chop glide might make some sense. It's definitely a shallower bait though. This is taking over from my 5-inch bait that I was using before it got lost. And now the 6-inch is my slow, little bit deeper bottom moving bait. Oh gosh, I just had a bite. Whoa. A fish had it from the jump. From the jump he had it. Goodness. Let's feel my line on the way down, why don't we? Gosh. There he is. I had him again. Wow. Interesting. Wonder what it is. Is it a bluegill? Is it a... I don't feel like it's a big bass because he wouldn't miss it 3 times. Come on, eat it again. Dang it. A drop shot catches that fish. One more cast out there. Could have been a catfish slapping at it. Goodness. Windy, windy, windy. Very windy. Oh, just got bit. Donk donk. Dang it. Got to be so in tune with your bait because they'll suck it in and spit it out so quick. Yeah, even out there in the middle, you've got this junk. Last cast right here, and then we'll move down the bank 20 feet. All right. Okay, keeping it moving. Like, what are we doing if we ain't moving? What are we doing? Hey, hey. Stepped off a plane. Stepped on a train, then I stepped in an Uber. Come on, glider. Water's a little dirtier. Maybe fish are sitting up shallower. They want to chop, 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 chop. In their face, 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 face. See, I'm not as confident with the glide on this one, like knowing what it's doing. So I'm just kind of doing what I think makes sense out there. But sometimes when I get the cast in, I'm like, oh shoot, I've been doing that? That doesn't look any good. Ooh, 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 eat it. Eat it. One was chasing it as I was fast twitching. You missed it though. God, oh, it's blowing like 30. That's not good. Not ideal. Okay, yep, we're just gonna go ahead and get on down the bank here, make a parallel cast down the dam, but I'm probably just gonna get in the Polaris and go all the way to the dock over there where it gets calmer. Start fishing some of that calm bait, because this is not what I want. It's gassing. I'm fine with this on the big glide, but on a 6-inch and a 5-inch, I'm not vibing. Oh man, yeah. Still possible I catch one. Yep, there's one. How big are you, my friend? Gosh! Holy cow! Holy cow! Holy cow! I am vibing. I am vibing. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Yes! Come on, baby. Yes! I guess the wind was blowing some fish into this area. Look at that, baby. Big's minnow. 6-pounder probably. Gosh. Had the top hook in the mouth. Man, so heavy. So big. Let me get the scale. So the wind had one big one blown into the corner. I could see it. I believe it. I believe it. Look at that thing. Look at that fish. Heck yeah. Seems like every time I say that I don't have confidence somewhere, I end up catching one. Gosh, that's fun. 5.3 pounds. Hey-o. Big item again. Beautiful fish though. All right, girl, thank you. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Yeah, that's fun. Got me excited there. And you know what? Still don't have a whole lot of confidence the dam's where it's at, but this pocket makes sense. The fact that there was one on the wind-blown pocket by the dam. Oh, come on now. Dang it. I highly doubt there's more fish there with him, but I'm gonna, oh my goodness. Gosh. Come on now. Pretty sure this thing right here is a pollen mat. It's like a 1/4-inch thick of pollen. Ugh. Nasty. All right. There we go. That's it. A little deep. A little deep. Well, you know what? Maybe the wind has them pushed up on the dam. Who knows? Wouldn't guess that, but it might be. That was sick. That was so sick on the glider. On the stinking big minnow. Now they do sell the Big's minnow at swimbaits.com, so I'll have that link down below if y'all want to check out this glide. It's a really great beginner glide if you just want to learn to twitch glide and it's like and you fish ponds and small lakes. It's a good one for that. I wasn't sure if it was the one for this deal, but I guess it works just fine for the more shallow fish, shallow dwellers. gonna go take an Instagram story of the pollen mat. Anybody want concentrated allergies? I'll sell it to you. Here we go. That's some good stuff right there. Put it in a jar. That's crazy. That's all pollen. What do you want? Gotta wash my hands of that stuff. Yuck. All right, I'm gonna get back in the LURES and somehow almost left my pliers again. I lost a pair yesterday out here. Maybe I'll find them again. Still have not beat the fish I caught yesterday. Like if that was a 5 something, whatever that was, 5.5, 5.3. The one I caught yesterday was for sure a 6. She was bigger. She was a bigger girl. Whee! Let's go! My hand still smells like pollen. Very concentrated pollen. I don't think this is gonna be the deal, but I gotta give it a shot. Let's also check if my microphone is still on. It is. We good. We Gucci, man. Yeah, I just don't like how this is, it's gotten so trashed. Like the first 5 feet of the bank is nothing but pollen water. So, I mean, it's possible to catch one, just not vibing with it. Yeah. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it, not at all. Let's go. I know it's really steep off this bank anyways, and maybe I'm missing out on something. It's possible. That maybe some late pre-spawners are being pushed up against this on the drop, waiting for bluegill to come by. Maybe. I just kind of doubt it. And there's a pretty distinct difference in this corner down here between the pollen water and the not pollen water. So maybe there's a fish sitting on the break. The transition between the two. Yuck. I got snot grass pretty quick on that thing. Man, this is not the right reel to throw the minnow. This is too big of a reel. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I'm gonna get snot grass now. It's been sitting on the bottom. Yeah. Yuck. And my rod is also too stiff for this bait. It's just, overall, this is not the best setup for this bait here. But I'm still gonna send it. Oh man, I got my bait in pollen water. There we go. All right. All right, it's still too chopped out over here. I'm making my way down bank. The key is definitely letting this thing sink for a few more seconds than I even did the Piz. Let it get down there enough, because a chop glide easily rises to the surface. This whole bank really is kind of trashed now that I look at it. Oh, back to manicured grass. How nice. Okay. Camera look good? Oh no! How long has that been on there for? Sorry, y'all. No idea we had a piece of grass stuck on there. Oh, there's a rope here. There's a rope here. There's a rope here. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go down the bank. This feels like high percentage right here. I still believe that was high percentage. Do it again deeper. Dang. Go this way. This side's received more wind. It's still relatively calm, but it's been windier over here. It could mean there's not as many fish shallow. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. No, they'd be shallower because of the wind, right? Yeah. That's right. I've totally written off the hybrid hunter. It's just not. All this snot grass in the water. Not the ticket. Not the 2 tickets to paradise. Pack your bags, we're leaving day after tomorrow. This is the exact dock and the exact place I was standing when I caught an almost 10-pounder the first time I was here. That was crazy. Earlier on in the pre-spawn, fish weren't even thinking about spawning at that point. Oh, that was a bite. That was a double donk. Let's try that again. There's the brush pile I just hit that I caught the fish off of. Come on now. Eat, please. Maybe the double donk was the brush pile. I'm starting to think that was what it was. Which is still good. Means I'm getting it close to where the fish could be. I wonder if like there's more fish on that side than on this side. I wouldn't think so. Fish are going to be where they're going to be. Doesn't mean that the residential side or the one that's closer to the guy's house has more fish. I just haven't fished this side as much. My confidence is lower. All right, parallel that side. Please donk. Please, please donk me. Give me a donk. Big fat donk. Please give me a donk. A donkey. A donkey donkey. All right, we'll do a comment challenge on the next fish. And usually what that means is I give you a fishing related question you have to answer down in the YouTube comments. And I pick one random commenter to win a free lure. So I'll send you one of these swim baits. I'm not going to send you one of these swim baits. These are too expensive. Although actually, you know what? I may be able to. I've got some cheaper glides in my collection. I can spare a used glide. Yeah. Y'all are getting a special edition giveaway today. The next fish I catch on the glide is going to be our comment challenge. I got snot grass on it, I think. So stay tuned, folks. It's coming. Oh, a snake. Yeah. I was wondering when I'd see a snake for the first time today. And I just did. I do have a pond just up the way. I'm definitely going to go throw the glide at a little bit before we finish this video. So we'll technically do 2 ponds on today's Uncut, but I'm just going to fish one little key stretch that has a lot of fish. And I'll for sure catch one there on a glide, so don't worry. Comment challenge is coming. This pocket here is extra shallow. I just don't have a whole lot of confidence in extra shallow pockets right now. Don't think they're the juice, which they should be. It's close to the spawn. But for some reason they're not. Chop, 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 suey. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into Polaris now, because I have not gotten a single bite besides 1 2-pounder in a shallow pocket. I need to reapply my lipstick. Where's my chapstick at? There it is. Huzzah! Lizard lips. It's got SPF 22. Tastes like bananas, kind of, or vanilla. I don't even know. It's their own proprietary flavor. Whee! What a view. What a dang view. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my water. If I can find it. Where's my water? There it is. I'm gonna catch it on this point. I've got a good feeling. I've got a good feeling, brother. Oh man, right as I leave that dock, the fish feeder goes off. Shoot. Horrible timing. 2 minutes too late. And I'm not saying a big bass would move in, because yesterday, when fish feeders went off, it was nothing but catfish moving in, but would have been nice to know. Yeah, dang it. But by the time I get into Polaris and race back over there, they're gonna have eaten all the food. There's lots of 10-pounders in here. They don't all go to the fish feeder. Oh, about a 4 or 5 pounder just tried to eat this thing and somehow missed it. I'm not sure how. Dang it. That was crazy. A very light fish. That was like a white largemouth. Wow, where'd he go? Where did he go? Darn it. My feeling was right. He didn't connect. Oh, you know, her and I just didn't connect. No biggie. Yeah, those fish are all done feeding over there on the feeder, so this would have been about the time probably that I roll up. Ooh. Oh, another snake. Look at that. Look at him. Just slid. I don't know if y'all can see that. Slithered in the water. There's that fish. Yes, sir. Did I set too hard? I don't know. He wasn't that big. He was only 4 pounds, but I think he was on a bed. If he came up and swiped at this thing, and then my first cast over the area with the swim bait, he ate. And I've got a feeling he was on a bed. I felt like I gave him a second, but maybe not. Maybe he'll be mad again. Want to eat it a third time. That'd be nice. kind of doubt it, but worth a few casts. Nah, he don't want to know more. He said, you hooked me. Hey, that wasn't very nice. You know what? He's not wrong. It wasn't very nice. But I'd do it again. I would do it again. And again, and again, and again, and again. Y'all almost had your comment challenge, didn't you? Man, this thing started so hot. And the bites I was getting on the glide. And I wouldn't say it's come to a screeching halt. I mean, I just lost a 4-pounder. So, obviously, we're still around fish, but doesn't have the same vibe, man, as the Piz. That had some aura. I bet you could feel the aura of this video from 3 scrolls away. I might get stuck here. Seems to be a piece of rebar there and a piece of wood there, so I have no clue what else is on this point. But I'm willing to test and see. The fishing version of taste and see. Can't tell if I just got a bite or if that was a tree. But it's worth another cast. Tree. I think it was a tree. Man, I mean, I'm gonna cast in there a 3rd time and actually finally get snagged is what's gonna happen here. Yeah, it was a tree. One more cast out there. I think the floating duck decoys are marking brush piles, if I remember correctly. Oh, a snake was right there. Although, actually, I see some wood over this point. I'm not sure if I want to make a cast that long. Yeah, risky for the biscuit, baby. If there's the 10-pounder sitting on a brush pile, I'm going to be upset. I didn't make that cast. Dang. Dang, dang. Oh, there we go. See? Ah. I had a feeling that I'd lose another swim bait. Yeah, I know exactly where I'm stuck on. I see the pole going across. There's no way I'm getting that off either. Nope. There we go. At least that one didn't snap. Okay. This is the Lord telling me, Tyler, focus your efforts on the glider. Focus your efforts on the glider, Tyler. Yes, sir. I will do that. That is 3 lost baits today for a grand total of, I don't know. If we're going, just depends if we're going retail or if we're going, the fact that I got that glide for free like 4 years ago. This bank is way too shallow to be throwing hybrid hunter. Like, I know why they don't want to have grass in this lake, because it'd be more stuff to manage and they can obviously grow big bass with just feeding the bluegill and stuff, but this lake would be better if they managed it with grass. It'd be harder to manage, but it'd have bigger fish, even bigger ones. Okay, no. No more of this, Tyler. Glide bait. You goof. You goofy goof. Goofy goober. Stop being a goofy goober. Throw the dang glide bait. I swear though, if I lose this one, I'm going home. As I'd have none left. I'll have no big swim baits left for the big swim bait episode. So actually, yes, I would be going home. Come on, 10-pounder. I mean, every fishing lure has anticipation to it, but none quite like a swim bait. Big swim bait. Every twitch I make, I'm expecting to feel a donk, and then the next twitch I set the hook. That's what I'm expecting every time. When it doesn't happen, it just makes you more excited for the time that it will. And when it does, it is euphoric. It's like it's the exact same downward twitching retrieve of a frog or a jerkbait. Wow. That looked high percentage to me. Got a little creek flowing in. I could drive the Polaris up and around, but I'm gonna see if I can just walk across. Ooh, maybe. Looks kind of creaky. I ain't talking about the building. Oh, there we go. There's for sure snakes around here, brother. Scary. Very scary. All right. Last few minutes at this pond, and if I don't get one, I'm gonna go smoke a rainbow trout on this thing on the pond above. It's a nice sand spot. Something just boiled on it too. There's one. There's one. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? That's the comment challenge fish? All right, well, you guys win. All right, so comment below. What's your biggest bass ever caught in a swim bait? And I'm not just talking big ones like we had today. Thank you, buddy. I'm talking any size swim bait. Big glide bait, 5-inch bait, 11-inch bait. Maybe we're talking like little BFS, tiny little swim bait. I just want to know, what's the biggest bass you ever caught on a swim bait? And if you've not caught a bass on a swim bait ever, talk about where you think a swim bait would apply. Comment about that at your pond. Where do you think you should throw a swim bait? Maybe it's, hey, if I get this glide bait, here's how I'm gonna learn it. I have a pond with XYZ cover and water clarity. Maybe a glide would work well at my pond or my lake. Goodness gracious. Okay, I did not swing on that one. I just kept twitching and he missed it, so maybe he'll come back in this cast here. Dang. I'm gonna let it sink. A few more seconds this time. Oh, you gotta be joking me. What? I land on a stick? Are you kidding me? What? Oh my gosh, this is, I'm lucky I get sent these baits, because if I had to buy all these, like my swimbaits.com deal is great. Because if I had to buy all of these, man, this would be a very, very expensive episode. I'd be so upset. I'm upset as is, just because I don't want to have to ask them for more. They're so generous in giving me baits. Gosh, man, that's mad unfortunate. Gosh, I can't believe that. Just happened to randomly land on a stick, at a stick. Dang. Come on, big snaps, big snaps. Oh man. Love it if I was able to hop in a John boat and just go poke it off, because it's not that stuck. Guarantee it. Just got one little treble on a piece of wood. Wow. I'm dejected, man. 2 glide baits and 2 soft baits. Goners. Wow. Yeah. I guess there's more wood in this pond than I thought. Can it pop off, please? Nope. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Well, I'm still giving away a glide. I'm a man of my word. I'll find one in my collection. We'll see y'all at the upper pond just to catch a dang bass and finish this thing. Gosh, there we go. Got one on the Hunter. Goodness, now your energy comes out. Get in here. I headed up to the other pond, to this corner that was loaded yesterday, and so far I've made like 7 casts and only caught 1 fish so far, which probably makes me think that they're not as loaded in here as they were yesterday. I probably wore them out too much. Thank you, my friend. Kaploosh. Finally got me one on the hybrid Hunter. Took me all day, had to make a pond switch, and losing all of my swim baits, so I have no choice but to throw this. But we got one, baby. Well, you know what, folks? I've had better days, but I've also had much worse. And as far as 2.5 hours go throwing nothing but big baits, besides losing them, we actually had quite a bit of success. I know there are much larger fish in that pond than even the biggest one I caught, so it makes me hungry to get back out here and throw nothing but big baits again. Maybe next time, having a buddy with a kayak nearby who can go get my expensive glide baits unstuck, but you know what? That's all part of the game, part of the content thing, as I lose lures all the time, and so I've got to kind of be okay with that. But hopefully you'll enjoy this video. You'll learn something about swim bait fishing. I know it was very different than just a traditional bass fishing uncut, but hopefully you enjoyed it. I will leave my last uncut video, whammy, over here in the corner, and my entire swim bait masterclass, soft baits, hard baits, all that kind of stuff on my main channel will be over here in this corner. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. My name's Tyler. As always, it's a pleasure. My tackle I used, rods, reel, line, baits, linked down below. Good luck to the comment challenge giveaway winner, and we'll see y'all next time on the next episode of Uncut Bass Fishing.